What do you guys think of JJ? What did he show you?
Oh, I love this. I love when rookies get thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying he's a rookie. He's a second-year kid, but these are his first NFL snaps. The first half was a complete mess. There was no rhythm and timing. There was no semblance of cohesion. Offensive line was failing him. JJ McCarthy was dropping back. He was hitting his last step, and he wasn't looking downfield. He was looking to run. Really, really uncomfortable. And I really like seeing defenses do that to young quarterbacks, right? He was seeing ghosts. There were plays last night that he could have made early to kind of give them a jump start that he missed on. And then you look at the second half when games are won. He was a beast. Wasn't making completed some passes, but I just think that moxie, that it factor, I think he showed it late in the fourth quarter. And I really think that the Vikings can build around that. I think you saw the guys fired up and excited to play with him. I know if he gave me a shot like that in the fourth quarter, if he came out and balled like that, I'm going to give you everything I got.
Yep.
So I think, it started off terrible, but it ended in kind of a perfect way where they can rally around him and kind of get him going.
So you're kind of overlooking the first three quarters. You're like, you know what?
Yeah, it was just so bad. It's hard to evaluate. I mean, it was miserable. It really was miserable. There were plays to be made. He looked uncomfortable in the pocket. Rhythm and timing were completely off. First half you're looking at Caleb, the ball's out 1.9, 2.8. Ball's coming out. He knows where he's going with the ball. It looked like JJ McCarthy had no idea where he was going with the ball in the first half. And a little with Caleb, a little bit with JJ, these mobile quarterbacks, you can see it in them. They're hitting that back step and they're looking around and everything's covered and you just kind of see it like, oh shit, you see the shoulders come down. Where am I going to escape to? They start feeling that rush. So first three quarters, got to get that cleaned up. But you can build off that in the last quarter. So hopefully O'Connell will get them right. I love O'Connell's offense. And anytime you have Justin Jefferson on, nice offense, right? Like we talk about, like, a lot of shifts, a lot of motions, a lot of dictating to the defense. Like, hey, we're going to get you lined up here, and we're going to run our concepts.
Yep.
And, anytime you got JJ on the outside, just throw that thing up to him. So I think, JJ McCarthy could have got some early completions that were there to be made, and it would have felt a little bit better in the first half. But that was pretty bad.
The O'Connell, that's that Shanahan-McVay tree.
He does.
You, man, that offense is crazy. But I done been in games with Peyton where it just looked cool for three quarters. Then that fourth quarter, he come out with that shit that we just like, come on, Peyton, like, damn, what is he? Peyton, what is you doing? And then fourth quarter, all right, there go Peyton, there we go, baby. So it happens like that sometimes. He a rookie, you ain't expected to look perfect for the first three quarters, or you ain't expected to look perfect. When it was time for it to look perfect, it looked fucking perfect, man. He showed me the clutch gene last night.
He did.
And if you look at his background, see, quarterbacks, I'm always going to check your background. This is a guy who won a state championship.
He did.
He went to IMG, won another state championship. You know what I'm saying? At the highest level of college. They go play dogs all around.
And
he went undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
And then he goes to Michigan.
And then he go to Michigan. The dude lose one game his whole college career.
Yeah.
I'm the type of guys who I'm picking on my team to lead my team. You know what I'm saying? It's that ability that I always talk about with quarterbacks. It's that winnability, man. So I don't really care how it looked for three quarters. If you could lock in and look guys in their eyes in that fourth quarter and show that shit in the fourth quarter, man, them the type of guys I'm riding with. So I love JJ in that offense with that team. Watch, Minnesota, hey, they're going to be fighting for a wild card, man. Watch.
Yeah, it took him 3 quarters to get that rust off. I mean, he got hurt last year, so he hasn't played a game.
Exactly.
He ain't played a game in a minute. So, when you're looking at, last night, those first 3 quarters, it's just him trying to adjust to this new experience, right? So this is his rookie year, which the last time he's seen action was college. So, for all of this to come in real time, he's hesitant, he's scared. He looked like a deer in headlights, right? So I think by the time the fourth quarter came and we're down, now it's like, what you gonna do? Now all fear goes out and it's just say, all right, let me just go with my instincts. And then you've seen what his instincts did, and 21 points in the fourth quarter, back to back, drives. It kind of really showed what he's capable of and what you're going to expect in the future.
So what that kid did last night was very rare, as you guys know. He was lost certainly for almost all the first half until late. He made one really nice throw on the deep out that got them in field goal range. And so that sort of like, oh, okay, now I'm okay. But along that trail, remember, Justin Jefferson dropped a pass. And he just hit him right there. I don't know what he's doing. It just went right through the breadbasket. And then Thielen, who they got to help the young quarterback, he gets it right here, and he just can't hang on. Well, most rookie quarterbacks in their debut back in their home, it's not his hometown, but home area. He's in the Chicago area that he grew up. If you throw him into that fire that early, they're just going to go in the tank. They're going to come all apart. They're going to unravel the rest of the game and just be lost to the football team for the rest of the game. And he kept shaking it off, and all of a sudden, he found it. And once he found it, he just caught complete fire, and the whole team got on fire. And if you saw in the video of him in the locker room afterward, they're just going crazy for him because he showed them some stuff in that game, some real stuff that will last. And to your point about what did you do, what your resume said, that what does it say you are? You were champion, and you were champion. And at Michigan, they go win the chip, and they're a running football team with Blake Corum for the most part, but he made a lot of big throws for them. And he was 22 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. But here's the key point up against Caleb. What did I say? Caleb, not accurate. First year in the NFL, 62%. It ranked 31st in completion percentage. Oof. JJ at Michigan in his last year led the nation with 72% completion percentage. Okay, so he's an accurate thrower of the football. Okay, that'll translate and that will last in the National Football League. And I know people at Michigan who kept telling me he's kind of a goofy kid, like a happy-go-lucky kid who's kind of got a silly side to him, but he's like goofy resilient, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Like nothing bothers him. He stays in his own head. He doesn't get down on, like Harbaugh's hard to play for, the quarterback position, because Harbaugh, he made the Pro Bowl as an NFL quarterback. It was 1 year, he wasn't great, but he was good as a quarterback. And so he's been notoriously hard on his, when he was coaching college football, on his college quarterbacks. And JJ just laughed him off and kept throwing touchdown passes and completing balls. Well, whatever that quality is was on full display last night in the third and especially in the fourth quarter when the kid who was lost in the first half took over the football game, right? He just took it over, and they scored 21 in the fourth.
Set a record.
My God. Yeah. I mean, that's just spectacular. So it bodes well. Like just off, it's one game, and it's opening Monday night. I got it, but Caleb's stock is going south, and JJ's stock is going north off one game. And maybe you can't take it to the bank, but I think we're pretty much taking it to the bank of what we saw, right?
Yeah. I think that resilience showed up last night. Yeah. I mean, he's getting dummied. I mean, he's seeing ghosts. Things are moving fast.
Yeah.
But the resilience showed up after the pick six.
Oh, yeah.
He throws the pick six, and then they cut to him on the sideline, barking at the offensive line, getting them fired up, right? Yeah. And Aikman said something like, you know, if I was that offensive lineman, I'd tell him to shut up and go sit down, something along those lines. And as an offensive lineman, we're out there dogging it out for this kid. I'm giving my life so that you and we can have success, right? So I saw him yelling at the O-line, and then it flipped a switch in his head, and that dog came out, and that moxie, and that championship caliber, that resilience, championship caliber, I mean, lightning in a bottle. It was beautiful to see. And in the NFL, it's so much about momentum and getting the boys behind you. So I'm really interested to see where the Minnesota Vikings go from here. Because, again, ton of talent. Love Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. They switched out the interior of that offensive line. I like the tackles, but they switched out the interior. So excited to see where they go for this. I'm
and the
pumped
defense,
up.
Man. Flo.
Oh, and the defense, yes.
Flo just keep you right there. We just waiting for JJ to turn it on. B Flo gonna keep you right there. We gonna save some of these blitzes. let Caleb Williams think he fucking doing something, and right when he want to turn that shit on, he turn that shit on and put it, hey, Flo do that shit, man. I played for Flo in New England.
Oh, you did? I forgot about that.
I played for Flo. He was the safeties coach in New England, man. He had that shit in New England. I knew he'd be a head coach, definitely a D coordinator one day. So I love to watch his.
Why did I pick the Vikings last night? I just gave you one word, Brian Flores.
Yep.
That's it. Because he's as good as there is now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Bill was once upon a time, and he's a chip off the block and all that, but there's not a better D coordinator right now.
Flo go crazy.
Right?
We're talking about the Shanahan-McVay tree on offense.
Yeah.
Now you have Flores on defense. And playing against him, he's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
He is going to give you multiple things that you haven't seen on tape. He's going to give you pressure looks from a bunch of different looks. They have linebackers walked up. They give you 7 up, 8 up. He's a monster. He's a beast. And that defense flies around. They play well. They play fast. They play together. So
last quick point. Richie and I hate field goal kickers and field goal kicking.
My gosh.
So just a quick point in Caleb's favor, Chicago's favor. The first play of the fourth quarter, they're up 17-6. It's a 50-yard field goal, but it's Santos. He's got that kind of leg, and he's wide right with it. It looked like he just didn't hit it. But if you make it and it's 20-6, I don't know. Could they hang on to 20-6? They might. They might have.
That was the all run drive that Caleb had nothing to do with.
No, you know what? It was a swift.
It was an all run drive right there.
Can I ask you a question?
yes.
As a offensive line, how often are you watching film with your quarterback?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. We're watching film. We're breaking down run game, what we're seeing in the run game, what we're kind of early in the week. Wednesday we're breaking down run game. Thursday we're breaking down sub, nickel, kind of passing down, stuff like that. But we're watching a ton of film. With all the great quarterbacks, you're at least watching film 2 or 3 days with them, especially the blitz film. That's the biggest stuff where you're on the same page with the quarterbacks and the running backs. So Friday, Saturday, we're sitting down, we're watching that blitz tape, and that's why you're sitting there with Flo and you're getting blitz look after blitz look after blitz look, and nothing looks the same. So great teams, the great teams I've been on, you watch a lot of film with the quarterback.
So, but are you watching the defense or are you watching the habits of each other?
We're watching the defense. We're trying to pick up tendencies, right? We're trying to forecast, listen, this is what we do. We might be similar to New England in this and Tampa in this. So let's watch them play those defenses that are similar to our offense. And we're picking up on tendencies, trying to pick up, hey, when they put the nickel down a little bit and they push the safety over, the nickel's coming. Little things like that. Alignment, assignment, technique. That's what we're kind of looking at. And I've been on teams where the quarterbacks just kind of do their thing. We don't go over the pressure tape, and there's kind of a little bit of a communication issue. But the best teams I've been on, we watch a lot of film.
Okay, because, I was just wondering, like, every quarterback has their own personal tendencies outside of the play, right?
Yep.
So, like, if I know I get pressured, I have a habit, right? And my habit is to do something when, I'm trying to escape. If you're the line and you understand that, then it might be a little bit easier. So, like, if I'm supposed to block for 3 seconds this way, knowing his habit, it might be 2, then I got to shift and make it more comfortable for him. So, like, even in, as, in the NBA, I know, like, if I pass the ball to this guy on this block, he gonna dribble once and then he gonna pass the ball. So coach told me to cut in, but I know I can't cut in because I'm gonna drop if I go this side. So understanding the habits of each other kind of will make it easier because, like, I know, okay, he's weak when you hit him this way, so I'm a tend to be on this side and help him a little bit more. So I was just wondering if it was just all defense or actually understanding each other's.
Well, that comes down, that would what we call self-scout, right? And that's what the Patriots did better than everybody else. Not only did they know everything that you were doing, they knew their own tendencies.
Okay.
So a lot of evolved offense coordinators and great offense coordinators, they'll go back and they'll look, like, I think Caleb has a tendency to roll out to his right. Okay, do we got to get the O-line? Do we got to change up the blocking scheme? Do we got to get, start shifting some routes over there? So, yeah, self-scout is huge, man, because as we're studying teams, they're studying us, and you have to know your tendencies or you're going to get exposed.
So 71% of the chat says JJ McCarthy is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. I think you guys are all kind of on that as well. He also, if you watched him in college, he would meditate before every single game. He's super big on the mental game. Obviously, we saw that in the fourth quarter. This is a mental game. To be able to come through in the fourth quarter when you're down, clearly he has that capability, which is huge. I want to talk about a team that is struggling.